Welcome once again to Digging Deeper with Backyard Farmer. I'm Kim Todd, and together we will unearth the biggest topics in Nebraska's gardening world. On today's program, we're going to be focusing on invasive species in Nebraska and how homeowners can deal with them. We have several plants in Nebraska, animals, mollusks, all sorts of things, and insects that can cause problems when they get over-aggressive. The worst of those are so invasive that we really have to deal with them immediately. So here to discuss invasive species, we have Mitch Coffin from the Department of Ag. We have Allison Zock, and she has this interesting title that has everything to do with invasive species, and I'm going to let you just chime right in on that if you need to, Allison. So let's start really with how would you actually define the word invasive?
You want to start?
Well, in my world, I work with just noxious weeds, so those are state regulated weeds. They're definitely invasive weeds, but they are regular. As a regulatory agency, we require landowners to control them on their property. So there's a process to put a plant on a state noxious weed list. But on the invasive side, then we're always looking at additional plants that may become noxious in Nebraska.
Okay, and Allison, your definition is probably obviously the same, but your role is a little different.
Yep, so I work with all taxa of invasive species, so insects, wildlife, plants. And so when I think of an invasive species, I think of a non-native species to a specific ecosystem. So we have some invasive species that are invasive in some parts of Nebraska, but they're not in others. And so we will discuss some we're concerned about, but when we think invasive species, think it's an alien in an environment, and it can impact human health, the economy, or the environment.
So when people talk about invasive, noxious, aggressive, all those kinds of things, we do have the controversy based on native, non-native, and some of those natives that can really be thugs. What do we do about that? Whether it's mostly plants, I think, Mitch and Allison, but it can be other beasties as well, I think.
Well, I mean, it's a combination of things. Plants kind of out of place, and plants tend to evolve over time.
Right.
Our native plants are typically not a problem, though they can be problematic in some cases. As plants become introduced into the state, they may be here a number of years before they really become acclimated to our environment and do well. For example, musk thistle was first identified in Nebraska in 1932, and I don't think it was made a noxious weed until 1965. So there's 30 plus years that it was able to thrive and carry on.
So Allison, you brought with you a beautiful bouquet that is fake.
Yeah.
And all invasive.
These are all
correct?
invasive plants, and these are plastic models that the University of Montana created for us, so I can take them around legally. Some of these are noxious weeds, so by law you can't plant them or move them, and so it's a nice way for us to do that. But one thing is they're beautiful, and so when I take these around, people look at these and say these are beautiful. And one reason we have brought plants from other parts of the world and that have become invasive is because they aren't native in certain ecosystems, so they can outcompete our natives, but they're very pretty. And so that is sometimes in the nursery trade and what we choose to plant that we actually bring these things over.
Okay, so what are the most troubling noxious or obnoxious or almost noxious, either plants or animals or insects right now?
Well, I would say in the noxious weed world, leafy spurge is definitely the most hard to control. It and Canada thistle, because they are both perennials. So they're very deep-rooted and well-established, and it really takes a person to be resilient in keeping it in check and not allowing it to go to seed, and continued control measures to keep it in line. Musk thistle, for example, that's probably our most known noxious weed, because it's big and it's showy, and people think it's beautiful and whatever they might do. I saw a picture today that somebody sent me of I don't remember where the post was, but it was a butterfly on a musk thistle flower, and with this beautiful bluff in the back, and so I immediately saw the musk thistle first. I don't know what other people see when they look at it, but.
Well, and that is one of the issues, because an awful lot of those great butterflies and pollinators are attracted to those plants. Allison, you were pulling out the leafy spurge, I think.
There you go. There's your leafy spurge.
And so it's a euphorbia, so we have all those kinds of things. And so your regulatory, what happens if somebody sees this and they either don't control it or they do? What do we do about that?
Well, the Noxious Weed Control Act requires the landowners to control noxious weeds growing on their property. So, and I want to say that the majority of our landowners do an excellent job controlling noxious weeds. It's just the small percentage that really cause the problem. So there's county noxious weed control programs, and they regulate those people, and they can actually take force control action against those landowners to control their noxious weeds for them. I always say I could care less if somebody wants to grow weeds on their property. That doesn't bother me. But the problem is these weeds, they don't know any boundaries or borders.
Right.
They don't respect fences or roads, and they just go wherever they want. So I always say that we're trying to protect someone's neighbor from getting their noxious weeds.
Right. So a part of that then, Allison, is how do people report a sighting? And Invasive Species Council, of course, is a piece of that. But how do they report it, and then what happens?
So I do have a website, anyinvasives.com, that is open to the public, and there is a reporting tool on there. So you can take a picture and upload it, or just describe it, and we will contact you. And pictures are helpful, but either way, we'll get into contact with you, whether it be an invasive species you find on our website or something you have a question on. Either one you can report there. Backyard Farming you can report as well. But those are two good reporting tools. And also you can learn more information on these invasive species and more on that website.
Okay, and so for homeowners, there are a couple that we were talking about off air that you're still finding. What would those be? Go right ahead and talk about them.
Purple loosestrife is the first one that comes to my mind, and it was sold as an ornamental. It's a beautiful plant, but we just found that it really causes problems in wetlands and is really aggressive. So this was a tough plant to put on the noxious weed list because so many homeowners had it, and time people would say, "Well, it's such a beautiful plant, and it doesn't spread in my yard." This plant needs a lot of water to reseed. A large purple loosestrife plant is capable of producing over 2.5 million seeds.
Oh my goodness.
So all those seeds go downstream somewhere,
Right.
and that's where they're a problem. Wetlands, river systems. So yes, this has been a noxious weed since 2001, and there's still reports of it in gardens.
Right.
And it's an awareness thing. A lot of people just don't know.
Right. They don't know plants or insects or animals, so again, to be able to take a picture if somebody thinks about it or wonders, to send it and say,
Absolutely,
gosh, what is this? Yeah, right. So, and the other thing you can do, of course, our great audience, is spread that word on social media, Facebook, watch this show on Digging Deeper, and then we will give you all that good information, and you can spread that word. So let's talk a little bit, Allison, about beasties, what is on the horizon here, because that's, of course, always trouble.
So one species I'm concerned about is the Asian longhorn beetle. This is a large beetle. We've only found it in Massachusetts, New York, and Ohio, but it gets around on firewood. And we like to move around products, wood products, furniture, that kind of thing. And so we do see this from time to time. So we're very concerned about it because it will kill maple trees, elm trees, birch trees, ash, so quite a variety of trees, horse chestnut. It creates dime-sized round holes is the good news. So it's very large, and it does create circular holes that are distinctive. And so if we ever did get this in Nebraska, hopefully we'd be able to catch it early. Unlike the emerald ash borer that's pretty tiny, you could actually see this guy on a tree. So we want to hear if you ever see this. Hopefully we never have to talk about it. Another concern is that the larva attacks the heartwood of the tree. So that will actually make your tree not stable, and it could fall over on your car or your house. So that's another reason that we really don't want this bug, and hopefully we will never see it, but we want to get your eyes out there to look for it. Another invasive species that I wanted to mention that I work a lot with are zebra mussels. And zebra mussels are about the size of your thumb, and they're like clams. They have 2 hard shells, and they filter feed. And I brought here a shoe that was in a lake with quagga mussels that they left specifically in the lake to cover it for you. So after 6 months, this is completely covered in thousands of mussels. And then this is a rope from Offutt Air Force Base in Bellevue, Nebraska, I put there to show you that they'll attach to anything. So if you go boating or angling, please clean your boat and your fishing gear between water bodies. These guys can live out of water for up to 2 weeks, and their larvae is invisible and can live in residual water in your live wells or engines. Even if you're not a boater or a angler, you're still going to want to be concerned about these because they clog pipes. And so if you get these in a water body that you use for power or irrigation, these guys will clog pipes. So zebra mussels, you can learn more on our website if you have questions.
Now, we don't have a lot of zebra mussels
don't.
in Nebraska, correct?
Correct. We only have 4 water bodies with zebra mussels versus Kansas has 30. And so we're doing a lot with the Game and Parks through watercraft inspections, also doing a lot of outreach. And so we found that 98% of boaters are clean, draining, and drying between water bodies. So a lot of people are doing the right thing. And that's the only thing we can do as prevention for now. We have no cure if they are in an open water system at this time.
So our viewers might think, well, what does this have to do with backyard gardens or anything like that? Well, obviously, I mean, I have a boat. I go boating. A lot of people do. We love the lakes, and they are so dinky, and they can attach so easily. And it's really that way with almost everything that we talk about that's invasive. It's small, it does its thing, and then people don't really realize that it's there until it's a problem.
Exactly.
And just like plants, you know,
Right.
they have seeds, and they're small seeds, and they, you know, and they're carried by waterfowl and mud on your shoes and just
Your dog's
anything.
coat.
Yeah, dog's coat. I mean, some of them stick to animals and stuff, so they're easily spread that way.
So let's talk a little bit about any plant that has now become resistant and is now invasive. Are there plants that we're really concerned about that have become resistant to any sort of control?
Well, I think the one that we hear most about is Palmer amaranth, and that one has become quite a problem, you know, throughout the grain growing areas, and it's a tough battle, and it's because one type of herbicide's been used so much that plant has built up that resistance to it. I am nowhere an expert, and UNL Extension is a better place to go for that information, but it is causing problems. Now, I haven't heard much about it this year yet, so, but it tends to come on a little later, so we'll see.
Well, you know, an amaranth can also become, I mean, it's an edible grain, it's an annual, it's beautiful, so a lot of the concern I know that we have is, okay, it is a beautiful plant in another form. So is somebody going to buy a seed packet and all of a sudden we have another form of something that has become invasive? So again, that cautionary note, which, you know, and it sounds like gloom and doom that everything is going to become invasive and we can't plant anything unless it's native, which is not true. It's just keep your eyes on that prize.
To touch on that a little bit, I also work in our seed program, and we had a case where some seed came out of another state, came through Nebraska, and ended up in another state. This seed had Palmer amaranth in it. It was millet seed, and you know, we don't regulate that in the seed industry, and neither did the receiving state. But it wasn't on the label that it was in the product. So that's another thing just to protect consumers.
Well, Allison, talk a little bit about the frag in the tail.
The frag in the tail.
Of the rooster, the frag.
Oh, okay. So on the Invasive Species Council, it's a council that we have in Nebraska, formed by law, and we have representatives of natural resource agencies and also the public. And one of those people works for the APHIS program, and she actually goes from store to store to find invasive species that are being sold illegally. And one of the things she found in a craft store, or actually I think it was in like a home goods store, was a rooster made out of Phragmites. And so the tail was actually Phragmites full of seed that was from Asia, and so that was here legally. And so often she will just come across that in stores. And so we actually at the Lancaster Weed Control Association have that rooster, and so we take it to shows with us to show just like these things, interesting things that we can talk to people about, because invasive species can be found all over.
Well, and the internet, of course, to be able to order
Yes.
Absolutely.
everything from what's the snail? What's the big snail?
The Chinese mystery snail.
Yeah.
Mystery snail,
Yep.
right? And all of a sudden, here it comes,
Yeah.
because there really isn't a way to inspect for that, right?
Right.
And
So-
seeds are a lot the same way. You know,
Oh, yeah.
while states regulate those things, we don't know what people are buying over the internet. And those companies are supposed to say, oh, this is a noxious weed, we can't sell it to you in your state, but I don't think they stop you from selling it.
Right,
So.
you're right. That becomes
Or
an
buying it,
issue.
yeah.
So let's just touch briefly on eastern red cedar again, because it is native, and it is showing up, I know, in Lincoln all over under trees. And we had a backyard farmer question from Beatrice with, what is this? And it was eastern red cedar that they'd been mowing,
Yeah.
but clearly had not gotten the growing point off.
Yeah.
What are we going to do about that one, or do we know yet?
That's a big question.
You know, like you said, it's a native
It is
plant.
native,
You know,
yeah.
and I refuse to call eastern red cedar as invasive because I just don't think it's being managed properly.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening in so many cases. You know, fire is a great tool. You know, we've taken so much fire out of our system.
Right.
You know, over the last 50, 60 years probably. They're trying to reintroduce that back in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but that all takes time. There's some giant cedar forests out there. You know
Mm-hmm.
that I don't know how we get by it. I think I tell guys all the time. You know, you just make a goal that I'm going to cut 100 of these down this year.
Right.
You know, and just pick away at it.
Well, and it's just really like
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
You have to manage
Yep.
whatever it is if it's not going to get out of control. So, you know, you bring up then the notion of where are we going in the future, and what really can homeowners do to help with awareness as much as anything else, but then management of anything that is invasive. What would you suggest for people?
I'd say be mindful of your backyard or your property in general. Something can be invasive in your backyard, but it might not necessarily be on our website. So I think it's important to look at any plant that's becoming unruly in your backyard and get on it sooner rather than later. And if you have more of a landscape that might have an eastern red cedar, that's another way. When they're smaller, they're going to be a lot cheaper to control than later on. So I think being mindful and monitoring things and catching them early is always probably the best approach.
All right, and if you don't know, of
Yep.
course, then
Yeah, find out.
ask.
Right.
Right.
Allison makes a couple really nice handouts here for plant identification, and
They're on our website.
And those are on your website. At the Nebraska Department of Agriculture, we publish this publication. While it's called Weeds of the Great Plains, not all these plants are true weeds, and I'm reminded of that often. But this is a great publication that we mail out every day of the week, and it goes all over the United States, and it's a great tool. And so any of these things, and you know, there's lots of tools in the noxious weed program. Every county has a noxious weed program. You know, so they have a local person that they can work with and talk to and find information.
Well, and you referenced extension
Extension.
offices, and I know that, you know, Allison, you had your next worst beast. Well, people should, when they send a picture,
Yes.
and we say this on Backyard Farmer too, you've got to give us a clear one.
Yep.
Yeah.
And ideally, you will give us something that is a sense of scale, because we're still getting, is this green bug emerald ash borer? No, it's not. It's a green June beetle, or right now it's a Japanese beetle consuming all of Lincoln. Certainly Omaha's already gone. There's probably not a plant left in Omaha. But make sure, you know, if you're going to try to find out something for our homeowners, that they give you the best information possible, whether it's Department of Ag or it's you, Allison, and invasive species.
It's amazing. We're IDing plants off of pictures more all the time.
Yeah, we are.
We'll have a booth at the state fair. People used to bring a weed to our booth at the state fair. I can't imagine you'd walk around the state fair carrying a weed all day to bring it by the booth, but they did. And
Spreading
now,
the seed into that noxious
and now what
weed.
I've noticed the last few years is everybody brings it on their phone.
Oh, I know.
You know, they're
Yeah.
getting their phone out and they're finding the picture.
Yeah.
And that's
okay.
You're right. That's
Yeah.
a great tool. Get close-ups and
Right.
and a lot of times we can figure stuff out.
Yeah. So, and Allison, we, you know, they could bring you a beastie.
Sure.
Or they could bring extension.
Sure.
Some sort of a, you know, as long as it's
In a Ziploc or
right.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. So, Tell us one more time what the website is, Allison, for invasive species, so
Yeah.
that people can actually go to that one and
Yes.
tell us the links, and we'll make sure we get that up for our Facebook viewers.
Please visit neinvasives.com.
Yep,
It's the Nebraska Invasive Species Program's website.
perfect. And we will get back to you in one form or another, and we'll make sure that we don't bother you too much, Mitch, unless we have to.
Well, that's
okay.
just what I'm supposed to do. So.
That's right. All right. Well, thanks to both of you. That really is all the time we have for Digging Deeper with Backyard Farmer. You can watch a new Digging Deeper on Facebook every Sunday night at 6:30 p.m. Central. Do not miss Backyard Farmer live every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central on NET. Thanks for digging deeper with Backyard Farmer.